Ducati Diavel, 2011 to 2019, review. Ducati's high-performance cruiser. The Ducati Diavel was a risk. Considering the Italian company's sporting heritage, when they announced that they were making a cruiser, there was, understandably, a fair amount of skepticism. What on earth was a company like Ducati doing trying to go head-to-head with Harley-Davidson? However, then the Diavel arrived and minds were well and truly changed. Named after the Bolognese dialect word for devil, the Diavel isn't a cruiser in the traditional sense of the word and is instead Ducati's take on a performance cruiser. And a very fast one at that, which was more than happy in the Benz. Armed with a sports bike-derived and WSB-winning motor, top-rate suspension, a sporty chassis, cutting-edge electronics and radical styling, all offset by a huge 240-section rear tire, the Diavel was a radical departure for not only Ducati but also cruisers in general. And it worked, with those who maybe would never have considered owning a cruiser being tempted to part with their cash. Ride quality and brakes. Don't be fooled by the Diavel's cruiser look or its whopping 240-section rear tire. This is a proper handling bike that destroys the Benz. Armed with fat 50mm fully adjustable Marzocchi forks, the Carbon's forks feature a black finish and a fully adjustable horizontal Sachs monoshock. The Diavel's trellis frame contains lots of the firm's sporty DNA, and as well as 17-inch wheels, lightweight forged marquesini on the Carbon. The Diavel has 4-piston Brembo monoblock calipers and ABS as standard. Engine. Powered by the Testastretta 11-degree V-twin, the Diavel makes a seriously impressive 160 brake horsepower with 94 feet-lb of torque, which puts a fair few sports bikes to shame, let alone cruisers. Retaining a chain final drive system and #40, X-Diavels run a belt and #41, the motor has a ride-by-wire throttle with traction control as well as 3 riding modes, sport, touring and urban. Reliability and build quality. The Diavel is built to a fairly high level of spec, but owners report that there are a few issues to be wary of. The suspension linkages seem to develop play fairly quickly, which is annoying but not too horrific to get sorted, and there are occasional reports of fuel sensor issues and also a problem with the keyless ignition failing to recognize the fob. A very few owners have experienced the TFT dash misting up due to water ingress, but this isn't common. Value versus rivals. The Diavel is a premium motorcycle, and that means even older models are far from a cheap used buy. Prices start at £8,000 and rise to £12,000 for a 2019 model. Special editions such as the AMG command a premium, but be careful not to pay over the top as they won't appreciate in value like an R or SP model Ducati sports bike. Thanks to their longer service intervals, the Diavel requires a service every 7,500 miles with a major Desmo at 15,000 miles. The updated 2015 onwards bike have even longer intervals, with the Desmo service at 18,000 miles and a service at 9,000 mile intervals. If these aren't reached, there is a cheaper yearly service that isn't as in-depth or expensive. Equipment. Standard, the Diavel gets a ride-by-wire throttle, 3 power modes, ABS and traction control, fully adjustable suspension, LED lights, a color TFT dash and a keyless ignition. The higher-spec Carbon adds a black finish to its forks, Carbon panels and Marquesini lightweight forged wheels, saving 2.5 kilograms, but the rest of the bike is unchanged. When it comes to accessories, most owners go for a louder exhaust with twin-stack Termignonis, the most popular as it is the official Ducati performance exhaust. However, a lot of firms make single cans which are cheaper and some owners prefer. Replacement levers are common, as are billet brake and clutch reservoirs. The OE ones can leak, and screens. Specs. Engine size 1,198 cubic centimeters. Engine type 8V liquid-cooled V-twin, 6 gears. Frame type tubular steel trellis. Fuel capacity 17 liters. Seat height 770 millimeters. Bike weight 210 kilograms. Front suspension preload, compression and rebound. Rear suspension preload, compression and rebound. Front brake 2x320mm discs, Brembo 4-piston calipers, ABS. Rear brake 265mm disc, twin-piston caliper, ABS. Front tire size 120/70 ZR17. Rear tire size 240/45 ZR17. MPG, costs and insurance. Average fuel consumption 35 miles per gallon. Annual road tax £101. Annual service cost £880. New price. Used price £8,400 to £10,900. Insurance group 17 of 17. How much to insure? Warranty term 2-year unlimited mileage. Top speed and performance. Max power 162 brake horsepower. Max torque 94 ft-lb. Top speed 169 miles per hour. A quarter mile acceleration 11.5 seconds. Tank range 132 miles.